This is new script of blizzare amazing hate speech of Greta Thunberg. How dare you? We are the people of this nation and we will not be mocked. I am a patriot, a true American, and I stand by my country. Do you hear what you have done? You have tried to destroy our national spirit. Your words are like an arrow piercing through a blacksmith's shield. You have made us look weak and stupid. You will never prevail against the power of the American soul. I want to tell all Americans that we will not be mocked. If you think this is bad, just wait until the day when we take over the world. The United States of America has attempted to apologize for mocking the great nation of mankind. Yet, this has only served to anger the people further, as they feel as if the apologizing nation is trying to make a fool out of them. Several citizens have taken to social media and have said that they will not be mocked by their enemies, and that they will fight back tooth and nail against anyone who does. This has led to a very hostile situation between the two nations. With the news of the United States attempting to apologize for their actions, the people of the nation have grown angrier than ever. American Airlines was one of the first targets to fall, as a group of protesters broke into one of their facilities and smashed all the windows with stones. The police were alerted, but when they arrived on the scene, they were beaten back by the angry mob with metal bars and other makeshift weapons. We cannot stand for this anymore. They have mocked the great nation of mankind for the last time. Through their actions, they have forced us to take up arms against them. Demanding for a stronger response to the United States' actions, several protesters began storming American buildings. After breaking into an American airline building, the protesters began damaging the inside of it. After smashing up the place, they made an announcement to the rest of the country. This is just a taste of what's to come, unless the United States government repeals its America First policy and apologizes to the people of the world for its actions. Infuriated by the protesters' attacks, the police tried to regain control of the situation. As they approached the building, the protesters quickly armed themselves with metal bars and other weapons within the building, in preparation to fight back against the police. In the ensuing battle between the protesters and police, nearly half of the former and a fifth of the latter were killed. With the protesters refusing to capitulate to the government, the National Guard is being called in to intervene with force. A small skirmish has already broken out, and military generals are hoping that they can end this soon. In other news, reports of a new disease have crept up in the news. The disease, which has been dubbed the Green Death, is a new deadly virus that has a mortality rate of 100%. It was first discovered in Mexico, where the first reported case was, before quickly spreading to the rest of the world. Though scientists are working on a cure, the leading theory for how it is spread is through water, and many governments around the world are working hard to provide clean water for their citizens as a precautionary measure. A group of protesters have broken into an American airline building, and are claiming that they will not leave, nor will they cease their attacks on American property, until their demands are met. The protesters say that the government of the United States must repeal its America First policy and apologize to the people of the world for its actions. So far, officials in Washington have not made any public statement about this incident. Though the government of the United States has made no official statement about the incident, sources say that they are seeking to negotiate with the protesters in order to get them to leave. The National Guard is also being called in to handle the situation. Your name is Quintus Pompeius Falco, and you are a centurion in the 13th Legion stationed at Fort Defiance. It is a quiet post, as it is mostly spared from large-scale battles. There have been riots in your province before, even in the city of Augusta Vendelicorum, but those were easily quelled by the local legions. Today is the first day of what promises to be a hectic week. Reports of a group of protesters has reached the fort, and the 13th will most likely be sent in to handle it. You've never handled a protest before, but you've heard about them from fellow officers who have had to. They never last long, and rarely get more than a handful of people. As long as the protesters don't have access to proper weapons, it should end quickly. This thought, however, doesn't account for the fact that you are facing not just a large protest, but also a violent one. You and the 13th have been